Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, June 2nd. Today is going to be my end of the month Blu-ray and DVD update. I know I was going to do it yesterday, but I decided to wait till the mail came today to see if anything else came in. And also, because I wasn't feeling well the last couple of days, I did get my Geek Gear World of Wizardry box. And I opened it and it had a lot of awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Fuck, I can't talk. But maybe I'll take a picture and show it on my Instagram page to see what I got. I got a lot more better stuff than I did the first month. So yeah, I'm doing this now because in a few hours my dad and I are going to go see the new Wonder Woman. And Sunday I get to finally see the new Pirates movie. And then next Friday my folks and I are going to go see The Mummy. So, which is funny because we were like, oh, I don't know, and then we see all the trailers, we're like, yeah, we're going. So, I have got a lot here. It doesn't seem like much, but there's this pile and two more piles here. So, I will just get started. The first two came from Scream Factory or the Shout Select line. Wasn't turning them down. There's only certain ones from this line I'll get, but these two were definitely it. And it was Bruce Lee's Game of Death and Return of the Dragon. I haven't watched this one in a very long time, so I can't really say my feelings on it. But the fact that Bruce Lee is taking on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, holy shit. And then, of course, Return of the Dragon, which is the one where he has that epic fight with Chuck Norris. I'd have to rewatch the five Bruce Lee movies, say which one's my favorite, but, well, actually, I can tell you which one's my favorite right now. It's Enter the Dragon, but to which place these two, Fists of Fury and Chinese Connection, I don't know, but here we go. Shout Select number 1819, Return of the Dragon and Game of Death. And then from eBay, I believe, yeah, eBay, I got Season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. I haven't watched this show in a very long time, so, and the other ones, Seasons 4 through 7 are kind of a little high priced right now on eBay, so I'm just through my usual seller, hopefully they'll go down. So, and this one came from Scream Factory, and I got Virus. I actually liked this movie. I know a lot of people shit on it when it came out in '98, but I really liked it, so yeah. I can't wait. Got my notification that Lawnmower Man is on its way. Yes. And the only other ones I'm interested in getting are Species, Slither, and I think there was another one they announced. Slither is the huge one I can't wait for, because there is a Blu-ray and it's Canadian, but it runs to about $50. So, okay, and the next 6 I got in Horrorpack's Scream clearing out sale. All but one I have not seen. The first one that I haven't seen is Creepshow 2. I know this is out on Arrow Video, but I've never seen this one. And before I want to shell out the $35 to get the Arrow Video Blu-ray, I want to see it. So I still have to watch the first one, which I got. Yeah, you'll notice the last couple of months have been a trend of horror films, but not that I'm complaining. So, and the one that I have seen is Chrome Skull Laid to Rest 2. I haven't watched this since forever. I watched it on iTunes the first time, and never got around to getting the Blu-ray. And the next one up is a double feature with Demonic and Uninvited, and got this for the Tom Savini movie Demonic. And then got the DVDs, because they had everything, Blu-rays, DVDs. Though I am kind of annoyed that one order I tried got canceled for some reason. So I had Carrier's, basket case and that Blood Feast tin, and for some reason it got canceled. So, not too happy. But one of the DVDs I got was Incubus with Robert Englund, and it also has William Forsythe right there. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Damn it. I also got Legion of the Dead. I heard this is absolute shit, but like I said, I'll watch anything with vampires as long as they don't sparkle. And then I got Mold. I really like virus type movies like this, so haven't watched this one in years, but I remember liking it, and it's Disney's The Black Hole. I was waiting to see if a Blu-ray release was in the works, but no, haven't heard anything, and I was like, oh, screw it, it's only $10, so, on eBay. This I got from Amazon. Kind of weird, we just went from a shitload of horror and stuff like that to a very classic John Ford movie that I've never seen, and that is How Green Is My Valley. One I've wanted to look for or watch for a while, because I like the, oh my god, sorry guys, the John Ford, John Wayne movies like The Searchers. I love The Quiet Man, which also has Maureen O'Hara. And also, this movie has an extremely young, I think he's right there, Roddy McDowall. So, get to see, I've only seen his movies when he's an old, not an old man, that's a wrong word, like older, like the Pirates, Planet of the Apes films, and the 2 Fright Night movies. So, oh my god, stop it. And these 2 came from my horror block. I got In the House of Flies and Puppet Master 3. Yeah, I got this and I was like, oh, they fucking freak me out. These, like Blade, Miss Leech, and Tunneler, they freak me the fuck out. Oh god, what the hell? It's because I have the fans on, because it is kind of warm outside. Fuck off. Here's one horror film I have never seen. I've always wanted to see it. Please don't yell. Don't bitch me out for never seeing Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It has the original cover art on the back, but I kind of like that really neat card on it. So, yeah, I just, like I've said before, clowns do not bother me. I just have never gotten around to watching this. But then again, like I've said a few times, like for Reanimator, Fright Night, I'm happy I waited till I was in my 30s to watch these movies, because I don't think I would have got the humor or whatever back then, so I have a feeling this is going to be one of them. There we go. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Move the next file over. And then I got also from eBay Season 3 of Tales from the Crypt. Then I got Rings. Still haven't watched this one yet. I was trying to think if my mom had watched it yet. I don't think she has. Then this was one that went up on the Horror Packs sale, and it sold out like that, and I really want to see because I like Adam Green's movies, and it's Digging Up the Marrow. Now, this came from eBay, and I got Rings at Walmart. But the next one I got from Amazon.uk, because this is region free, and I think this is the Spanish Blu-ray. But I was like, I ain't waiting for this Blu-ray to come out here. I've had it. I watched a little bit of it, and guys, if you love this movie, get it. The picture quality is excellent, and it goes on the thing on the back says region A, B, and C, so you're okay. And that, of course, is Fright Night Part 2. And like I said, the picture quality of this is awesome. It doesn't have any special features, but you just change the audio from Spanish to English, and you're fine. So yeah, get this if you don't have it. Fright Night Part 2. And the last part that was from my Horror Pack sale, I got Stephen King's Bag of Bones. I missed this when it was on A&E. Can't wait to see that. I got the triple DVD of the Grudge movies. I do have the first one on Blu-ray, and just don't have the second or the third. I just thought, just get the triple pack because it's cheaper, because well, this only cost me $5, and to get these two separately would have been $8 for this and $10 for that. So, and then I found out these are out on Blu-ray. I was like, I don't care. I haven't watched the one at all, and the other one I haven't watched in a very long time. It's a double feature with Stir of Echoes and The Ninth Gate. I've seen Stir of Echoes, but I haven't seen The Ninth Gate. Blah! And then I got Scar 3D, which I haven't seen, but this was in Horror Block and Horror Pack, but the Horror Pack one... Yeah, the Horror Pack one was this, the Horror Block was a triple feature, so... I'll go Scar 3D. Don't whine. I don't want to hear it. I like this movie. Who cares? I got the Walmart Digibook exclusive for 50 Shades Darker. No, I'm keeping the Digibook copy. But yeah, I like the Digibook. I have the first movie on Digibook and they're really nice. But yeah, I don't want to hear it. I like these movies. I mean, I will say I did get a lot of shit, and just please don't. I got a lot of shit for choosing this to go see in the theater over Logan, but at that time I had the couple of deaths in the family, like my uncle died the 1 week and my grandmother, basically the rock of the family, died the next week. I didn't want blood, guts, I didn't want any of that. I wanted fluff. Yes, pornographic fluff if that, but that's what I wanted at that time. I do have Logan. I just haven't watched it yet. But yeah, I wanted to watch this. I needed something non-violent for a while. So there we go. The Digibook for 50 Shades Darker. And then I have Resident Evil, the final chapter. I'm very bummed that Best Buy up here in Canada did not get a steelbook. I know the one in the US did. I'm pointing that way because that way is the US. From my angle, anyway. And someone said buy it from there, and I tried. They won't ship it. Either they won't ship it or it's too much money. I can't remember which. But I watched this. It was okay, but the thing was, it's one of those movies that totally leaves it open for another film. And on that subject, I am pissed off they're rebooting these. I mean, come on. This one didn't even come out on Blu-ray for 2 days, and they already announced they're rebooting it. I'm like, seriously, guys? No. I don't want to reboot. Just leave it. So, there we go. And then I got Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. Unfortunately, I still have it in its wrapping. I haven't watched this yet. So I want to rewatch the first one before I watch this one. But I am looking forward to this, because I loved the first film. And I got this from Amazon UK. I had to get... Let's see, yeah. Triple X I got at Walmart, and then Resident Evil, I had to walk up to Best Buy, because for some stupid reason, Walmart is doing this thing where they'll get one Blu-ray that comes out, but not the other. They had the fucking DVDs for Resident Evil, and they were like, oh, just come back the next day, we'll have it. So I told my mom right then and there, every Tuesday, if there's a release we're going to Best Buy. She's like, what about Walmart? I go, fuck Walmart. Because that is not the first time that's happened, where I go to get 2 movies and they have one but not the other, and they say, oh, come back the next day. So, okay, rant over. And yeah, from Amazon.ca, or not CA, UK, though I have the, oh fuck, I forgot to take that off, take it off the Wi-Fi. Even though I do have the Twilight Time, I figured, why not? Why can't I have another copy of Fright Night? And this has a lot more special features than my Twilight Time, but I didn't realize, though I'm not complaining because I love that Blu-ray I have, that this has the You're So Cool Brewster documentary on it. But that's okay, because I prefer having it in its own copy. Or, well, it's the same thing. I bought Castle Freak from the UK, the Blu-ray, and I realized Evil Clergyman was on it. And again, it didn't matter. I went out and bought the DVD of the my God! Evil Clergyman. Fuck! I can't talk. Well, any excuse to get a 30-minute movie with Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton totally getting naked and getting it on, I'm there. Pervert. Yep, I am. But yeah, Fright Night. But yeah, I got my own Blu-ray for You're So Cool Brewster, so... Moving on after my pervertedness comes out. I got the 2nd season of Tales from the Crypt. Like I said, I haven't watched these in years, so I can't really say much. Sorry about that, guys. My allergies are kicking in and I don't want to blow my nose, so that sounded disgusting, but that's okay. Because for 50 Shades Darker, I had to buy online, and in order to get free shipping, I had to spend $50, and I was like, oh, I'll find something. This is the other thing I got. The other thing hasn't been shipped, but I got the Atticus Institute, which is a movie I've seen on people's lists to either watch or avoid, but I figure I'll check it out. And the other one is a soundtrack for Dragonheart, which is one of my favorite movies and one of my favorite scores. And then, of course, this was the point where I told my mom, for 3 movies coming out, we're going to Best Buy. I'm getting them there. So I got Get Out, which I still haven't seen. The Great Wall, which my parents seen, and they were like, oh, it's okay. I think they were happy they didn't spend the money to see this in the theater. And then Logan, which I still haven't watched, because I haven't watched X-Men Apocalypse. I am, like I said, I'm so bad with my blind buys. And I have to, maybe when summer holidays and after our trip, I will just stay at home. No, probably not, but maybe pick 2 days, stay at home, and try to bang out a shitload of blind buys. And then these are what was in May's DVD pack. This one I was so excited for. I've never seen it. I've never seen any of these things. I've never seen the movie she did, but I've always wanted to. And that is Elvira's Movie Macabre, Count Dracula's Great Love. Is it Great Love? Yeah, Great Love. Because I have Mistress of the Dark, which I've never seen. I suck. I know who Elvira is. Well, you have to be an idiot not to know who Elvira is. But I've always wanted to see these things. So I've got a couple more on the way. So why the hell not? So there we go. Elvira's Movie Macabre, Count Dracula's Great Love. Then I got The Hunger from Fangoria Fest. Okay, little insert here. I went to the flea market on Sunday, and I saw a guy with like car detail stickers, there we go, and he had a Wall-E one. Anybody who knows me knows I love that movie. It was my favorite movie of 2008. It's in my top 100, actually number 22, I believe. 22 or 23. And then I noticed he had a pile of Fangoria magazines, and I looked at one. He's like, you like Fangoria? I go, yeah, I'm not overly upset that they don't make the magazine anymore, because the magazines were pretty expensive. Even though I noticed the last few issues went down to like $8.99, but before they were up to like fucking $15. And I'm sorry, as much as I love horror films, I'm not paying that much for a magazine I'll just read and then recycle. So, but he said, I'll make you a deal. I'll sell you all. He had 7 of them left. They're actually over there with my comic books of the month stuff. He said he'll sell them for me for $20. So I looked through all of them, and they were great issues, so I said, sold. I was like, why the hell not? But yeah, Fangoria, The Hunger, because I have some very old issues of Fangoria, and I've been offered $200 because I have the first issue. And I told a friend that, like, why didn't you sell it? I'm just going to move my camera. You see those 2 posters right there? That's why I did not sell that Fangoria. Because the very first issue of Fangoria has Godzilla on it. And has a huge article. Because it was, at that time, the 25th anniversary of Godzilla. I'm not getting rid of it, so anybody who wants to offer me money, go ahead. I ain't selling it. Moving on. The next one up was Silent Retreat. Haven't seen this yet, but I know it was in Horror Block from a couple of months ago. And I really want to see this. I think the premise looks very interesting. And then the last one from that pack was War of the Dead, which I've heard about, but I'm not expecting too much, because I loved Dead Snow 1, but I didn't like the second one. It seemed to me it went too fucking comedic for the second one. So, for the last pile, yes, finally! I had ordered this back in April, and it never got shipped till later in May, because there was issues getting it from Arrow, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but someone said, well, why didn't you just get the normal one that's here in the US and Canada? I said, well, it's better to spend the same price for the 4-pack of movies from the UK than it is to spend the same price for 2. Yeah, because I was going to get the 2 stories. I had it all set up, and then it said it was going to cost me $51. Then I looked this up and did the same thing, went to the conversion site I use, and it said it was going to be $53, and I said, fuck that, I'm going to spend the extra $2, get them other movies. And I'm like that in a way. I'd have to get all the movies. So, and it's got a lot of special features on it, so. And I like the Arrow video where this is, I'm so fucking excited for July 25th. Reanimator! Yes! My 6th copy! Who cares? If anybody can have so many copies of Halloween, Friday the 13th, or anything. Because we know one YouTuber who has, I swear, 25 plus copies of every single Halloween movie, including the Rob Zombie movies. Andrew Belena, I think his name is. I always say his name wrong, but he's an Australian YouTuber, and he's awesome. He has so many copies of Halloween, so I think that justifies I can have a couple copies of Reanimator. So, moving on, one of the few non-horror films, I saw this. I've never seen the other 2, but I got it for the first one, and it's a Payback time triple feature. I got it for that movie. I love Blind Fury. Though, I'll check out the other 2. I'm particularly interested in Silent Rage, but Blind Fury, I love that movie. That is still my favorite Rutger Hauer movie, even beating The Hitcher. And I think some people know I am not the biggest fan of Blade Runner. I have tried watching that movie numerous times, and I keep falling asleep, which is very bad because I love science fiction. I love Ridley Scott. I love Harrison Ford. He's one of my favorite actors of all time, but the movie itself was boring. So I'm like, ooh, kind of tiny bit excited for the sequel, but I don't know. But yeah, I did not really care for Blade Runner. I've given it about 4 tries, so. And speaking of the flea market, I found, usually I go there trying to find movies, and half the time I can't find ones I want. I hit the jackpot. I got Battle of Britain, and this was only $3, so, but look at the cast. I freaked out over this name. I was like, my god, this is like a movie from 1969, and the guy from Deadwood and American Gods is in this. And it's also directed by Guy Hamilton, who directed a few of the James Bond movies. And then this only cost me $5. Human Target Season 1. I liked this one. This one was canceled after the 2nd season, but I liked it. I'm a fan of Jackie Earle Haley. This is a movie I've never seen. I've always wanted to watch. Treasure of the Sierra Madre, because I love the Humphrey Bogart, John Huston movies, but I've never gotten around to seeing this. But, I mean, $5 for that, and it's in very good condition. At least I think it, yeah, it's in very good condition. Yes, I have a shitload of rockets, and a ball in there, massaging ball, but yeah, and a bunch of movies, or a bunch of books. But yeah, I couldn't turn that down. My dad nearly had a coronary when he found out I'd never seen that. And this was only $3. Unfaithful. One of the few these type of movies I actually like. Well, I love Diane Lane. I think she's fantastic. I love this movie. It's one of the few comedies I love. I actually saw it twice in the theater back in 2000. I always like to wait to see if it will come out on Blu-ray. It hasn't yet, and I was like, $2. I could not turn that, even though it is the evil snapper case. The whole 9 yards. I love this movie. My dad and I went to see it in the theater, and then I think a couple days later we went to take my mom, and she loved it too. So, we're getting down to the last bunch. I went down to a place I like to go to called Willow Video, because they have used DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, and it's also a place I like taking my DVDs, Blu-rays, and games to either trade in or get money. Well, I had 3 bags full of movies. Like I've said, I was going to do a giveaway, but I never got around to it. Plus, getting rid of my PS3 system. I haven't played that in years. All that, I wasn't even expecting $100. I was going to be happy if I got over 100. I got $315 for these. 200 for the DVDs and Blu-rays alone, and 115 for the game system and the games. I was like, holy shit. But I didn't trade in, because I was there earlier and bought some. But I got the Black Death, as you can tell by this. I hate these stickers. Thank God for Goo Gone. I've never seen this, but I've always wanted to. I'm not looking. I know what the his death scene is, because Watch Mojo, weird as it is, put a thing of top 10 Sean Bean death scenes. That one was the fucking grossest. Let's just leave it at that. Then I got Constantine with, shit, why have I got an itch now? With Constantine with Keanu Reeves, and it sounds like I got a loose disc in there. Yep, I do. Oh, it's the digital copy. God, I remember the digital copy discs. I remember those. They were a pain in the ass. I'd rather just have the code. But yeah, I liked this movie when I saw it. Plus $3.99. Now, this is a TV show I'm not sure that many people know of. Mostly because it was kind of a Canadian show. There were these 2 guys who basically traveled around the world, but they wouldn't go to the normal tourist traps. They would try to do things the tourists would never do. And it was called Departures. I've never seen it on DVD or Blu-ray until now. I got Season 2 and Season 3, and I think it's an actual set, because I looked these up, and all you can get them in is in a set. But I just was glancing at the TV show Blu-rays that Willow Video had, and I was like, wait, what? And it's that, and I missed this show. It was so much fun to watch these 2 backpackers from Canada go all over the world. I mean, like Iceland, Japan, everywhere, and just go off the beaten track instead of the usual stuff. Before I move on, I did get Retron system that plays the old Nintendo games. Bitches, yes! Because, like I said, Nintendo said they're not making that system anymore, and my dad's always been hounding me for the last 6-7 months. And I told him, you want it, you pay the $300 for it. Plus, I find that system only cost me $19.99. The game cost me $30, but I mean, that's also the downside of that Nintendo system, was you did have 30, 40 games built in, but I think only 5 or 6 of them I'd play, and like Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of them, but the other 2 old Nintendo games I bought a couple months ago, RBI Baseball 1 and 2, are not on the system. So. Okay, and this came from eBay. I've never seen it, and I've always wanted to. Flatliners. So please let me know how this is. I've never seen it, and from what I hear from everybody, it's awesome. Okay, now these 3 I got from May's Horror Pack. Sorry about taking so long, but these DVD Blu-ray ones take so long, and my ranting and raving and shit. One of the Blu-rays is not in here, which is Priest, because I already own it, but it came with Galaxy of Horrors, which I'm really looking forward to. This is a sci-fi horror anthology film. So. And then Nights of Something Strange, which sounds so fucked up, and from what I hear on the Horror Pack group on Facebook, that this is a really good movie. And then we got Stakeland, which I'm really looking forward to. Vampires. And Danielle Harris, who I cannot believe that girl is 40. I cannot believe she turned 40 yesterday. But then again, I turned 37. Do I look it? No. We're doing something right if we're in our late 30s and we still look this good. And then I had this on a Region 2 DVD I bought a couple of months ago, and finally Amazon had it for a decent price, and I was like, Barbara Crampton, I'm totally getting it. Beyond the Gates. And I still haven't watched it. So, a lot of these I want to watch, but I also want to save them for my 31 Days of Horror, but it's like that itch. You want to watch them. You so want to watch them. Now, this I got from Amazon. It is a Region 2 DVD. I have a Region 2 DVD free. Fuck off. Because it's so expensive here, and I paid only $8 for this over there. Even with the conversion, it was like 6-7 pounds, and the conversion and shipping it only knocked it up to $14. So, and that is Night of the Demons 3. Yeah. I do have number 2 on the way from eBay, and these two arrived from Amazon.ca. They're the last 2 of this, and 2 more horror films. I have never seen the original film, so I figured I'd get it, especially since I just got the book not too long ago, and it's the 1963 film of The Haunting, directed by Robert Wise, who directed one of the greatest science fiction movies of all time, which is The Day the Earth Stood Still. So after I read the book, I'm going to read this, because I actually have the 99 movie on the way. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, and then I saw it a couple more times, and I was like, you know, it's cheesy fun, but why the hell not? That was only $14, and this was only $5, so fuck yeah. The Hills Run Red, and I have seen this one, and I really like it. Kind of wish they did a sequel for this, but yeah. So yeah, guys, that is everything I bought in the month of May, or got from HorrorPack or HorrorBlock in the month of May. In the month of May? I have no life. But yeah, so a lot of them I haven't seen. I gotta really not buy that many blind buys, because like I said, I had 3 fucking bags full of movies that were either blind buys that I hated, or upgrades and shit. But oh my god, I've got too much to watch. And not enough room. I'm running out of fucking room. I need to win the lottery and get a huge house so I can have a whole movie room to myself. Okay, guys, I've ranted and raved and rambled enough. The RRRs. So I won't do a video saying if Wonder Woman was good or not. I'll just post it on my Facebook or Twitter. And like I usually do, below I will have my links to my Instagram, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter page. Follow me if you want. But do me a favor, because this is one thing I absolutely hate, and I apologize. But if you friend me on Facebook and then just start hounding me on Messenger, because I've had a few people do that, you'll be gone. I hate that. It's like, I'm sorry, I would like a couple more friends on Facebook, but don't just go to the Messenger and say, hey, hi, you want to talk? I hate that. Because it's like, to me, that's almost stalkerish. But that's just me. I just can't handle that shit. And then people get mad at me, and I'm like, you know what, you're the one who wants to blah, blah, blah. Well, who wants to hound me? Leave me alone. I say that, and I want more friends. But yeah, just please kind of keep that in mind if you want to friend me on Facebook. Just, if you say hi to me on Messenger, I'll say hi back, but don't expect a huge conversation. I usually only do that through the Facebook pages itself. Okay, guys, like I said, I've done the RRR, rant, rave, and rambled too much, since the video is almost at 35 minutes. So, I hope you all have a good weekend, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, adding a new one, please subscribe, and, oh man, I fucked that up. I will try. Repeat. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye. Sorry.